Woodsmonkey.
You can see very obviously that it's called a wall tent for a reason. It's got a nice 4-foot wall here. We have these optional stainless steel poles that we got from Woodsmonkey to try and use with this tent setup. It's got polypropylene rope that I don't personally like. I would much rather have a nice heavy-duty cotton rope with a bone that accepts heavy-duty cotton rope really well, not this thin plastic one. And I'd probably get a nice steel tent stake down here instead of one of these plastic ones. But these work pretty well for what this does, and given what they are, it does an extremely nice job of keeping this tent upright and taut. This has 5 vertical tent poles going on the side of this side and the same on the other side of the wall. But you can see how they hold up the wall really well. Now, an option that you could use instead of using this, and how this was chiefly designed, is to use poles from Mother Nature. In this case, we'd probably want to choose something like pine because it's heavy duty and lightweight. We'd put it horizontally along this ridge line right here. As you can see, just like the one up top, we have a ridge right here too. Nice brass grommets here. They resist a lot of oxidation and rust. And if you come along the side of the tent here, we'll show you some more features. We have a nice mosquito net window over here we can use to get a cross breeze through here. It's made of 100% polyester, so it won't mildew like cotton will. This is completely treated to be mildew and rot resistant, so you don't get the nasty tent funk that you normally get with a lot of other tents. Cotton versus nylon. Why the heck would you want a 65-pound tent when you could just get a 3-pound tent and blah 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 blah? Well, they didn't put industry and industrial strength for a reason. This is used in the industry. What industry would use a tent like this? Well, guides up in Montana favor this tent for camping. This is a Taj Mahal of a tent, and it can last the whole season without any UV, ultralight, or ultraviolet degradation of the material. Unlike nylon, which degrades with UV light, cotton reflects it and therefore doesn't rot, so you don't get that nasty tent smell that you'd get with the other type of tents. It's also actually has a really nice wall, so it doesn't collect water up and puddle. It just sheds it and lets it fall down to the sides, and even snow would actually just very thinly coat the top of this. It wouldn't puddle up and have any heavy areas right in the middle that you need to beat off later on to get off the top of the tent wall, tent roof. You can see the external ridge line here. This would also have a horizontal going this way that you could make out of pine, and then you'd go about putting it up by having two poles and a cross like this that you'd either lift up to levitate it or put down and adjust it at that size. And then you'd have some more poles set up here with the horizontal pine actually holding up that wall with another upright going that way. Now, you can leave all those pieces of pine at your campsite and just take the canvas tent out, so you don't have to worry about the poles anymore. Most likely, if you're setting this up, you're setting it up in an area you're going to be staying in for a little while, and that you'll probably be revisiting. So the next time you come there, you can just leave your poles, walk over to the hemlock over there, grab them, and then set up your tent, and you won't have to pack any poles in. It's a really nice setup for hunters who do that year after year. Here's a sure sign of quality. This nice outer tape, these tape seams like this, are also made of cotton, but they're very, very nice. And you can tell that this tent was slowly made with a lot of thought put into it, with this nice quality finishing touch here. This is a taut line hitch. If you don't know this knot, you're going to wonder how you got along so far without it. It was used to hold the uprights on the canvas tent, and it can be used in place of the bone or guy on the guy line as a tensioning device. It's very popular with campers because you can have tension on it at any point in time, and it's great for rain flies, tarps. You can attach it to the grommet of your rain fly. You can attach it to even a hammock, but this knot's kind of hard to get out when you put a lot of weight on it. Now, it's one of these tension knots that actually bites on the rope itself. So if you have an extra slippery rope, it doesn't really work so well. It kind of works on the polypropylene ropes provided with the tent, but it works great on cotton and even paracord. We'll show you how to make this great and handy knot, one of the most popular knots used by campers. So you start by saying, alright, this is your tent peg, or your grommet on your tarp. Come around, go underneath, round, round, then come back again, and go in the same direction on the outside of the loop, come through, pull. There you go. Tighten the knot, dress it up, make it look pretty so it holds well. You can see you can put tension on any point of the rope and it holds. Let's show you again. Come around the tent peg, go underneath, round towards the tent peg, round again towards the tent peg. Then come outside the big loop, come around again, and pull. Dress the knot, make it look pretty. Make sure your tail is on the opposite end, going different instead of, with this thing like this. You want it to go in the same direction as you're going around. What am I talking about? Here, I'll show you real quick. So, if I come up and around, these two guys are facing the same direction. This will kind of hold, but not as well as the other one. See how they're meeting? You don't want to do that. That's confusing, I know, right? We'll show you how to do it. You just want to keep going the opposite direction so that they're not together. See that? They're not together. They're separate. And it holds better. Hoo doggy. Alrighty, let's show you one more time. The taut line hitch. Come around. Come underneath. Go over once. Go over again. Come on the outside, go over the same direction. Dress your knot. Terrific. Tension. Glorious. Learn it. Love it. Now, what if you wanted to strike your tent? You wanted to take it down really quick? Well, you can put a bite on there so that it can be easily deployed. Give it a little bit more tail. So we got a little bit more line. Go around. Go around again. Go around. And then just bite your loop. Now you want to put tension on one end of the loop so that you can really tighten your knot. Dress it a little bit. See, if you pull that end, the tail comes out. You want to pull the end that's connected to the knot. And there you go. So, you want to go, you have to leave real quick. Bam! Ready to go. So let's show you that again. One more time. Go over. Go over again. This one's got a tiny little bite, so that makes it more challenging. But that's fun, right? So, pull that knot tight. There you go. Look at that. There's a tiny little bite on there. But it'll hold tension on your tent fly or your tarp. You can use it on both sides. So this is connected to the tarp and the other side is connected to your tent peg. So you have two ways of adjusting the tension on your tarp. Extremely handy knot. Ready to go. And then let's show you the normal version again. Over. Underneath. One loop. Two loops. And over again. And through. That is the taut line hitch. It is very easy. Learn it. Love it. Edumacate yourself. And use it.